The following High Button Sports presentation of the Nova Scotia U18 Major Hockey League is a training broadcast. You're currently watching preseason coverage. Our broadcast crew is using these preseason games for training and preparation for the upcoming season. Thank you for your patience as our crew gets our reps in. Regular High Button Sports coverage begins soon.
Company, they are your back to back to back. Welcome back, everybody. Here back to another edition of preseason hockey here from the Halifax Forum. Valley Wildcats roll into town today to take on the Max, and both teams trying to finish off on a high point here in the preseason. Welcome back, everybody, here to the Halifax Forum. Sean Crocker with the call here today. The Max come into this one 2-2, looking to finish above 500 here in the preseason. And still lots to be decided on the final makeup of both of these rosters. A lot of young players in the lineup today, a lot making that transition from U15, and we are just about ready. So, of course, a couple of 15-minute periods, and we are off and running here as that one's going to be chipped ahead now. That one's just out to the right, pressed out along the wall there is Evan Sargent Greenwood. That one comes free, trying to chop that one. That one comes loose. Trying to center it in front, and he gets a shot off there. That one's blocked by the stick of the defender, and that one's going to come right back off the wall. That one comes free, back the other way. Here comes Bryson Jardine. He'll take that one over the line. Jardine cycles that one down low. Max on the forecheck. Jardine looking to center it. That one comes free, back in behind the net, and Bowen Cranston will be the first one to it. Cranston turning that one over. That one's picked up here by Amos St. Clair. Passed ahead now as the puck comes all the way back out to the near side, collected now by the Max. They'll play that one back across. Jardine throws that one up ice, but that one's intercepted and picked up here by the Valley. Jardine pinching in. He's been out there for a while to start the game, and they'll finally get a line change in. That one's picked up here by the Valley. That's collected now back the other way. Here come the Max. Threatening here with numbers, and that one comes free back up here to Jack Shearer. Former Halifax Wolverine. Brother of longtime Mac, Will Shearer. Looking to make an impact on the team and keep that name going here as that one's up for Wyan. Here's Luke Wyan, drops it back, and trying to rip a shot there was Grayson Sears. That one's played up now, back in behind the net. Max netminder will drop that one back. Passes ahead now. Here's Grayson Sears skating that one up, and he'll fire that one back around. Aaron Meaden makes the stop there. So that one's back up top. Ripley firing that one around the boards. They'll send that one back in. Sears trying to center that one. Takes it back in behind the net. Played ahead now as they try to move it up. Can't get it over the line, but that one's going to be collected now as Hunter Martin can't get that one over the line. So the Max keeping up with that relentless style that they've had the past few seasons. Plenty of young guys in the lineup as they transition this roster over, as is inevitable every single year. You're always going to have that level of turnover, and it all really comes down to how you can integrate those guys into your lineup. That's going to be key here for the Max. Last year they had the most third-year players in the league. That one's going to be stopped up, and that one comes back the other way. Drops it down, almost stolen away. As the Max came barreling in looking for it. They keep that forecheck going, trying to get a cycle going as they battle for possession here along the wall. Played across there for Jardine. He couldn't handle it. Bounces that one up off the wall. Comes free, and Ethan Lemoyne couldn't handle it. That one's back the other way. Stolen away, fallen down. And almost an opportunity, but great work by the defender to get the clearance. Here's Jardine. He'll skate that one up, seeing a lot of ice time here in the first bit. Jardine scores! Max lead at 1-0. Bryson Jardine with the icebreaker. And Jardine, who got double shifted off the start. And 3:46 in. The Max lead at 1-0. Try to play that one ahead. That one comes all the way back. Trying to cycle that one around. Back up top here for the Max. Chips that one ahead. Reese Sim has to back off there, but the Max get it and fire it right back in. It's picked up. Here's Nolan Breen. Passed ahead now. Skating ahead, trying to get an opportunity there as former Halifax Wolverine Leo Harpel got stuffed up on the transition there as Breen takes a hit along the wall. That one's back up, takes a shot there, and that one's going to be reeled in and covered on up to avert the danger. As the Max netminder will reel that one in. 13 days until opening night, of course, all 8 teams on the slate. Hockey's right around the corner here as these training camp battles to make the roster ensue. And these two teams in particular, very interesting to see the makeup of their rosters, losing a lot of guys due to aging out, moving on to another level. It's always inevitable. But a challenge nonetheless to navigate the constantly changing nature of it, as that one's going to be collected by Wyan, trying to ring that one around the glass. Now met with some resistance in the corner. That one hits a skate, held in here by the Valley, albeit short-lived. That one's passed ahead now. Here comes Bowen Cranston. He's got numbers. Cranston walks in front. Meaden steers that one aside as he got a piece of that one with the pad. Luke Williams trying to wrap it around out in front. Pad save there by Meaden. Knocks the net slightly off. But we play on as that one's bounced off the glass. That one comes free. Wyand curls back, bounces it up off the wall. Playing it ahead now. Here's Grayson Sears. Chips that one ahead and tried to sift that one through. A nifty little play from the former Gull. Collected. Martin will get that one up and he'll backhand that one in. Stolen away. Breen. That one stopped up. And a penalty coming here to the Max. So it's a Valley Wildcats power play, first man advantage of the day. There's Gavin McLaughlin in there to take the face-off. McLaughlin against Felix Macdonald for the Max. And Macdonald wins it back. Picked up and sent all the way down, and that's the MO of this Max team. They're so good at winning possession off the face-off, and that first possession on a penalty kill, oh so important. And still such a good job, as that one's going to be passed ahead for McLaughlin. McLaughlin plays that one up, and that one's going to be swung right all the way around. Chips that one off the glass and sent down the distance. So Meaden has to come out to play it. Backhands it off the wall, almost right back out in front, but Ryan Morash played that one ahead and held in by the Max. Midway through the penalty here as we approach the 1 minute mark. That one's collected by Reese Sim, plays that one across. Just past the midway mark of the penalty kill in 4 seconds. Shy of the midway mark of period number 1. Played ahead. Ringette plays that one across. And Jackson Ringette back up top. He'll play it across now. Works it down into the corner, trying to center it, but a couple of Max all over him, preventing that. One's played up here. Ringette shot through traffic, sifts it through, a rebound, and couldn't get a stick on that one. And that one will be sent down the distance, as that should just about do it here for the power play. Passing that one ahead, and that one's stolen away. Max will get it instead of dumping it. Wyand will play that one across. Plays it up over the line, onside. Trying to play it across now, and works that one down. Ethan Lemoyne. Spinning and firing that one, and that one goes all the way up, out of play. With 6:13 to go here in period number 1. And the face-off will come out to the left of Aaron Meaden. That one comes right up here, a foot race for it, and almost coming away with it. There for an opportunity was Finn Breen. Picks that one up, trying to work that one in, and Bryson Jardine breaks free in front, scores! Max Kopech on the doorstep, and it's 2-0 Max. One back here, Valley trying to play that one ahead, so it's 2-0 here early for the Max. Taking a shot there, that one's going to be kicked aside. There by Brendan Fitzgerald. Battle here in the corner as Kopech, the goal scorer here, trying to fish it out. Knocked loose now, picked up as Lemoyne will flip that one out. Back the other way. Bryson Jardine has it. Here's Jardine. He shoots, sends that one wide, and he's all over that one. But the Valley will collect it first. Looking to play it ahead now. Back the other way. Here come the Valley. Game opening up a little bit. Trying to get a shot off there. That one's going to be blocked too. One sent all the way down. Icing waved off. Playing it ahead now. Back for Ripley. Jack Ripley will play it ahead. Sending that one up all the way down the ice. Foot race. Icing was waved off. That one comes free. Back up top. Back the other way now. Trying to chop it free. He's got it, but he loses a stick. And now Ripley will take it away. Here's Jack Ripley over the line, and that one's going to be just offside. As the Macs get close to another opportunity there. 13 days from today, opening night for these teams, looking to change a script here for the Valley, who have been a little bit behind the three teams who sat atop of the league last year, the Macs, the Weeks Majors, and the Steel Subaru. So they're looking to take a step, especially with a younger crop joining the fray this year. And for the Macs, of course, you're the king of the mountain. You're trying to hold that spot at the top. Looking for 4 consecutive titles, as that one's going to be steered away by the Pat Fitzgerald. Trying to center it. Passes up now. Hits the stick there. That one's back up. Played across. Poked free. It's loose. An opportunity there, but a great defensive body positioning there by the Max defender. That one's taken back out in front, kicked away. Rebound is loose, trying to spin that one right on. Drops it back. Here comes Bowen Cranston. Cranston's got numbers. He'll have to send that one back in deep. Plays that one up here off the skate. That one's going to be fired up. It's a stick there. Here's Wyand. Luke Wyand plays that one up all the way down the ice. Icing waved off. Grayson Sears all over him. Trying to play that one up, and centering pass. Stolen away. Parker Douglas gets that one, as that one's going to be flipped right back in. Inside 2 minutes to go here in period number 1, as that one's going to be stopped by Aaron Meaden. And of course, opening weekend, as mentioned before, the Wildcats will take on the South Shore Mustangs. Meanwhile, right here at the Halifax Forum, the Macs take on the Dartmouth Steel Subaru in the third game of the day. Then the following day, these two teams clash in their second contest of the year, right here at the Halifax Forum, Sunday, September 13th, at 12:30 p.m. start time. It's always important to put your best foot forward on the opening weekend, as that one shot off the outside of the post. You can hear that one clunk throughout the rink, as that one's out in front, spins and fires that one up, and that one goes up and over the net, as Aaron Meaden was just trying to make himself as big as possible there. And Aaron Meaden, another name of interest for this team, very dominant with the U15 Wildcats, of course. The jump directly to U18, or any level for that matter, always difficult for goalies adapting. The speed always constantly changing. As that one's going to be poked free. And the Macs come away with it. Castle Beelan Gets it right back, passes ahead, drops it off there, and Shearer tried to get a little cute with that one. Trying to dig it free along the wall. Shearer comes away with it. Here's Jack Shearer trying to dance through. 4 defenders on the outside of the net there, and net gets knocked off by Meaden. And the face-off will go out to the left here. That one's collected. Here come the Wildcats. Skates that one up over center, over the blue line, and down in deep. Flipping that one up all the way down. Martin Blaine puts it in deep as the Max collect and just try to run out the clock here on the period. Down to 10 seconds. That one comes free now. Back up top, Blinn. Shot from the point, hits a skate, and that one's cleared away, and that will do it here for period number 1 as that one hits the skate, gets all the way down the ice. End of period number 1. 2-0 to score for the Max. We'll be right back for period number 2.
Where's Shaw? There's a set out, they score! And the Marlies win it 5-4.
The year that we all came in, it was the tradesmen back then that they had, and we had a ton of fun, and we enjoyed being at the rink. We enjoyed playing hockey, and first taste of kind of being at the rink every day. My first time getting to travel through the province to play. You know, every weekend you're going somewhere else, not just staying in Cape Breton. I'll never forget those days. It was, we'd always drive to the rink, me and a couple of my buddies. The group that we had that year was one of my favorite years in hockey. And when you grow up, you always hear about the guys in the country are really skilled, really highly touted, and here it's just put your work boots on. Back at that age, it's hard to see that. It's hard to see that you're going to be able to play hockey for a living. You're also thinking about your education and all that, and that's very important. My friends, that I've met them through hockey, whether it was through minor hockey, through major midget, through professional. Just enjoy every day you go to the rink. I'm forever grateful for.
Welcome back, everybody. Period number 2 ready to get underway here. 2-0 to score for the Max. Valley hasn't had much of an answer. That vintage forecheck for the Max coming in big here. You're listening to High Button Sports from the Halifax Forum. Hockey right around the corner. Of course, after this weekend, just one more weekend of preseason action. The final preseason game for the Max today. That one's going to be played ahead. Of course, teams swapping sides after the first period. No flood between periods as that one's going to be collected now. Jollymore trying to send that one back in deep. Little backhand up and around. That's Luke Williams. Trying to center it out in front, back in, just wide there as Liam Jollymore right on the doorstep as Sears trying to center it. Back up top, shooting, and that one stopped up high by Aaron Meaden. That one comes back the other way. Skating that one through the middle, up over the blue line. They'll ring that one around. Swung back around here. That one's all the way back here for the Max. They'll look to pass that one ahead. Works it up over the line, taken back, and that one's going to be offside as Castle Beelan will touch that one up. We're off and running here for period number 2. Face off one back here by the Wildcats. They'll fire that one off the boards. Play is onside as the Max will take it and flip it down. Here's Castle Peelan pinching in, trying to throw that one across. Racing in for it is Ripley. And he gets there in time. We'll send that one back down. Cranston battling, trying to lay the body. Bowen Cranston spinning and firing that one just high. A great recovery there from Cranston. Jardine shoots that one right on, and that's a glove stop. Face off here comes out to the right of Meaden. We'll see what kind of leash these teams give their netminders today. Sometimes you see goalies play the full preseason game here. Sometimes you see them switch for playing time. It's sometimes good to get a different look of different traits, and especially for netminders, as that one's back up top, and especially those adapting from the U15 level. As you try to get them acclimated to the speed here, as that one's going to be played along the wall. Sending that one down there is Martin. Jack Shearer turns that one over as that one's going to be fired up and around. Plays it ahead. That one comes back. Settled down here by Felix Macdonald. Takes it back in behind the net. Looking at his options. He'll pass that one up here for Amiro. Amiro with a shot, and that one clunks there and gets a little whack after the whistle. That'll draw a bit of a crowd here. As Jack Shearer gets a whack in. We'll see what kind of penalties this one draws. Shearer heads off. Reese Sim heads off. And Austin Robichaud. And it looks like that's going to be a Valley power play when all's said and done. Still yet to show on the scoreboard. And the face-off will be out to the left here, so it will be a Valley power play, 0 for 1 with the advantage thus far. So Jack Shearer with the extra 2 there on the slash on the pad of Meaden as he tried to dig that one out. And now tripped there, no call. Max 1 and 1 there to even it up. Not going to get it though. We play on. Here's Williams. Williams will play that one ahead, and that one's going to be chipped back by Lucas Wyan, played up and sent all the way down, so another A+ start to the penalty kill for the Max. Firing that one up off the boards, down the ice. The Max got another clearance and a fresh set of penalty killers out there. That one's passed up, plays it right up head to Ripley. And Ripley fires it off the boards. Meaden plays it up, sends it back all the way around. Castle Beelan works it down. Here's Jollymore. Trying to dig it free, getting calls to move it. Down to 30 seconds on the power play. Valley still yet to get a shot. That one's played up. Here's Breen. Sends that one down back the other way. Now a foot race for it. He's alone. He shoots and couldn't get enough on that one as Lemoyne at the end of a long penalty killing shift. And that one hits a skate. Almost too many men. Max might have caught a break. Shot right on. That one's blocked. Rebound in front is loose. And that one's going to be taken away here by Bowen Cranston. Cranston sends it up. It's a 2-on-1 with his speed. Plays it across and can't settle it down. Lemoyne off the back of the net, and that's just an example of what Bowen Cranston can do. He can create the space out of nothing as that one's shot right on. And not sure if Lemoyne got a piece of that, but that one's back the other way now. Here comes the Valley. Banks it off the wall. Trying to center it. Taken down there, no call. 6 minutes gone in the second. Bombs that one up the ice, got a stick on that one, ends up in the Max bench. That one comes back here. 6:16 gone. Plays it ahead. Trying to chop it free. Played back here by Morash. Plays it ahead. That's a redirection there. That one's all the way back and the puck flies up and out. And unlike a lot of newer buildings, the Forum doesn't have the netting that wraps around the whole ice surface. So everyone's got to keep their heads up, myself included. This can get a little precarious pretty quick. Picking that one up, and that one's going to be offside. Max pleading that they didn't cross the line, but it's called nonetheless. With 8:07 to go here in the second. Plays it off the wall. That one comes right back. Fires that one up off the glass down the distance. Icing waved off here as we're midway through the second. That one's passed ahead. Foot race for it. Wyand the first one to it as he pinches in to try to win that race, and he does. Wyand has possession. Back up top. Macdonald out here for Sears, and he can't dangle on through. Picked up now. Trying to work it in there. Castle Beelan. Felix Macdonald, first one to it. Sends it back in. Jack Shearer back out there, causing more havoc in behind the net. That one goes all the way down as Sears gives it back now. Jack Ripley plays it up, and Shearer will be the first one to it. Jack Shearer now. In behind the backhand in front, scores! Jack Shearer, a nifty backhand pass. Finds Grayson Sears, and it's 3-0 Max. And a play that looked harmless, with Shearer streaking down the wing. Didn't look like he had much to do with the puck, but he puts it in the perfect spot for Grayson Sears. And the Max lead by 3. I'll play that one up now. Works it back in, Sears. Brings it down, out in front, trying to get a stick on that one to poke it free was Felix. Taking a shot there. There's Shearer now. Back out there with his former Wolverines line mate, Felix Macdonald. Sends that one up and around. Amos St. Clair trying to poke it free. Max will get it fired off the glass. Trying to send it up the other way, and that one's going to come all the way back. Castle Beelan plays it ahead now. Shearer drops it back the other way. Here comes St. Clair. He's got open ice. St. Clair trying to play it across, and that one gets lost. And maybe a chance there where one pass too many, as Shearer comes back to play it. There's Williams out in front there. That one's collected, trying to poke it free. Nolan Breen drops it back. He shoots, and that one flutters up into the netting off a stick of the Max defender and out of play. But for the Max, an interesting development here in camp is going to be the makeup of that defense. They lost some pretty critical pieces over the summer. Of course, Jack Skinnish thriving at Cape Breton Eagles camp. Creelman aging out. Treewin aging out. And then just with a few guys who played in the lower part of the lineup, a lot of graduates from U15 and 16 will likely have to share the brunt of the load. Of course, some experienced players like Joseph Breen and Blake Bootlier possibly coming back into the fray. But a lot of these young defenders in the lineup today looking to make an impact and find their way onto that opening night roster, as that one's back up top. Taking a shot there, and that one's gloved down with 4:16 to go. And of course, they had a few players similar to Jacob Amiro, who's an affiliate, so might have an inside track for that. One of those final roster spots. As that one's back up now, taking a shot there, and that one goes up out of play. 4:05 to go now, here in the second. Takes a shot, sends it wide. Plays it across, walks in, shooting, redirected on, and that one goes just wide. Collecting now, Cranston. Sidesteps there and tries to throw one into the middle. Here's Levy. Back down low in front, trying to find Cranston. That one's played ahead now and works it all the way back in. Cranston, back up top, takes a shot, sends it wide. There's Amiro. Jacob Amiro. Trying to pass it ahead, gets a stick on that one. That one's all the way down, not enough for icing though. That one's collected now, tries to take it back. Stolen away here by the Max, Parker Douglas. That one's played back. Trying to take it away was Douglas, and over the line, and that one will be offside. Played back, here's Luke Williams. Let's try to play that one ahead. That one's going to be played across. Sending that one just wide. So we approach 2 minutes to go here in the period. Out in front, that one will be covered up by Meaden. That'll draw a bit of a crowd once again. And the netminders changed there. So correction is Mason McKinnon now in goal for the Valley, and Wyatt Esbaugh between the pipes for the Max now with just over 100 seconds to go in the period as that draws a crowd. Back up, takes a shot. Right off the pads there of Esbaugh. 90 seconds to go. Ripley battling in behind the net. Minute and a quarter as that one comes up and free, and the Max a foot race for it, and they'll almost poke that one free. Looking to play that one ahead, back up top. Here comes Douglas. Plays it up over center. Now over the blue line, takes a shot there. That one's blocked. Comes free, trying to pass it ahead all the way back. And Austin Robichaud will settle it. Now a penalty on the way to the Max, a cross check. As Grayson Sears gets the gate with 24 seconds to go. They'll have a power play carry over into the final frame. 0 for 2 on the power play today. One back here, their first opening face-off one on a power play. They get possession. And they get to apply some pressure with a shot there, and Esbos steers it aside. Let's work down Gavin McLaughlin. That one's passed up all the way down, and that should do it here for the period. As time ticks down. That will do it. So 1:36 of power play time to start period number 3 for the Valley Wildcats. We'll head off for the flood. You're listening to High Button Sports here from the Halifax Forum. We'll be right back for period number 3.
We're Shaw. There's a set out, they score! And the Maoris win it 5-4.
The year that we all came in, it was the tradesmen back then that they had, and we had a ton of fun, and we enjoyed being at the rink. We enjoyed playing hockey, and first taste of kind of being at the rink every day. My first time getting to travel through the province to play. You know, every weekend you're going somewhere else, not just staying in Cape Breton. I'll never forget those days. It was, we'd always drive to the rink, me and a couple of my buddies. The group that we had that year was one of my favorite years in hockey. And when you grow up, you always hear about the guys in the country are really skilled, really highly touted, and here it's just put your work boots on. Back at that age, it's hard to see that. It's hard to see that you're going to be able to play hockey for a living. You're also thinking about your education and all that, and that's very important. My friends, that I've met them through hockey, whether it was through minor hockey, through major midget, through professional. Just enjoy every day you go to the rink. I'm forever grateful for all the opportunities that I've had that hockey brought me, and it all started in Cape Breton with minor hockey, and then on to the major midget league, and I'm forever grateful for all of it.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Period number 3 ready to get underway here from the Forum. Preseason action. You're listening to High Button Sports. Max lead at 3-0, heading here into the final period. They defeated this Wildcats team back on Friday night. It was a 3-0 win as they walk in and send that one just out to the right of Mason McKinnon. Speeding up, and they'll fire that one back around. That one's back up top. Shot right on, redirected. Losing sight of that one there. That one's back up top. Banks. Just that one up for Ringette, who plays it across, walking in, trying to find a lane. There's still 50 seconds to go on that power play as that one's across here for Ringette. Sending that one back in. A minute gone here in the frame. Back up with a shot, sending that one wide. Fowler across for Ringette, shoots, and Esba will track that one and cover it up with ease. A lot of what has been the backbone of this Max team has been strong defense, which in turn helps their goaltending, and sometimes they can hold the fort long enough to generate some offense, and that's been a very strong formula for winning for this team the last few seasons. As that one's up here for Jardine. Penalty on the way here as Bryson Jardine slaps the stick out of the hand of the Valley defender there, and it's going to be another Valley power play, the 4th on the afternoon. It's going to be 5-on-3 for 10 seconds. As Bryson Jardine heads to the box. Sending that one up all the way back. 90 seconds gone in the period, and the Max another defensive zone win on the penalty kill. So he'll fire that one around. I'll send that one back in, back here below the goal line. Tangled up there's Lemoyne, giving his man an extra little shove. As that one's up here now, up over the line. Shot, hits a skate, and that one steered away, spinning, drops it back. Shot right on, sending that one right back around. That one's flipped up and out. 17-13 remaining. And the faceoff will come out here to the left of Wyatt Esba, who is another product of that pipeline from Hammonds Plains. And that Gulls team that fell just short last year. We'll likely see a lot of those faces on this Max roster with a lot of turnover. That one's back out in front, and Esba gets across to make the stop as he covers that top part of the net. That one's sent down, and part of the problem for smaller netminders is covering that top part of the net. When you drop into the butterfly, it exposes so much. But the Max have a history of small netminders working for them. Chandler Bell, the most recent, who's moved on to Major Junior. That one's going to be sent all the way back around. And part of the challenge is seeing that puck through traffic. Of course, at the age that some of these young men are at, still lots of time for growth, especially in the early teenage years. As that one's flipped right on. But lots of room for growth, and in the meantime, it's great to test that vision that Esba has in abundance, as that one's played ahead now. Grayson Sears fires that one around, and that one's going to go down for an icing. But Esba comes out to play it. Esba will ring that one up the wall. He wanted to keep it going. That one's back up with a shot. That one's blocked. Back the other way now, trying to spring his man. Here's Parker Douglas. Douglas trying to work it through. Back the other way now. Leo Harpel works it down. Trying to center it, a backhand right on, punched away by Esba. Back the other way, Douglas. He'll play that one up over the line, but that one's going to be offside, so the Max have to tag up. They'll play that one in, and that one does hit Lucas Van Polgeest. That's going to be a stoppage and a face-off here just outside the Valley zone. With 14:56 remaining. Plays it right back. Sends it back around. Here's Liam Jollymore. Top takes a shot, steered away by Esba, but couldn't reel it in. As Luke Wyand will try to move it up the wall. Can't get it. Plays it ahead now. Up over the line, onside, and a late offside call will gum up the treads. As Adam Levy was feeling it there. Just offside. Works it back in. That one's passed up. Plays it across now. Trying to move it ahead, works it back. Castle Beelan. Try to fire that one up the wall, but fires it right into his bench. That'll be a face-off just outside the line here. Thirteen and a half to go now. Max will play that one ahead. Here's Max Kopech. Drops it back. Walks in shooting, and that one's kicked aside by McKinnon. Back in behind the net. Out in front. That one comes loose. And Reese Sim will have to double back to collect. Plays it ahead for Kopech. Kopech backhands that one. Max take the zone. Dropping it back. Kopech drops it off there, and Sim, his former Wolverines teammate, couldn't handle it. Trying to swing it out in front, and that one stopped up and steered aside as that one will be sent right back down. Out in front, trying to knock it free. One's passed ahead, fires it up off the boards. That's up over center, so no icing. Evan Sargent Greenwood battling here, turns it over. Under pressure, gives it away, spinning, shooting, stopped by Esba, and he's going to hop on that one before it becomes an issue. Little backhand across. 8 minutes gone now. Here come the Max. Plays it across. Trying to poke it free, and that'll be another offside. Charge here to the Max. Maybe getting a little overzealous. In trying to generate that offense. Final preseason game on the slate here for the Max. They'll have 12 days after this to plan for the season opener. That one's going to be offside and a face-off out there to the far side. And a hit there along the boards. Swings that one around. And in front, spinning and trying to fire that one point blank, but instead it comes back the other way as he fanned on it, and that one's going to go all the way back down. Chases it in behind the net. He's pressed out there by Fowler. Backhand trying to jam that one in under the arm of McKinnon. That one's played up, but trying to get it all the way down, and Esba will opt to cover that one up with the danger lurking nearby. Trying to chop it free, Castle Beelan. Plays it across for Ripley. Jack Ripley played it ahead, and that one's going to be fired right back in, and McKinnon will cover it up. Not taking any chances there. For a lot of these players, it's the last chance to make an impression. On their coaches to try to make that opening night roster, as Ripley with a shot and fired on, a rebound in front there, and McKinnon stops that one too as he tries to tuck it in along the side. That one comes free. Works it up over the line, drops it back. Almost had a 2-on-1. Great defensive play there as Ripley steers it away from his back, and that one's moved up. Castle-Beelen moved ahead midway through period number 3. So they'll play that one ahead. Up onto the stick. So that one swung back around. Works it down low, back up top, shooting, scores! Jack Shearer onto the score sheet. Couple of trips to the box and a tally to his name. Faceoff comes back out to center, and the Macs lead it 4-0. Taking back here, finds his outlet, but can't find his man. That one's back up over the line, and that one's going to be offside as Leo Harpel just delayed it a little too long. And now 9:13 to go. Now a skirmish there by the Valley bench. Penalty on the way. I think that one's going to be charged to the Max there as a stick hits the head there, but it looks like it'll be both of them. So Liam Jollymore for the Max and Tyler Fowler for the Valley. So it'll be 5-on-5. It's back up, and Esbaugh makes the stop with 9:01 to go. It's played out along the wall now. Maxwell played ahead. Battle here along the boards as they'll send that one back in. Trying to center that one was Max Kopech. Little backhand on. Here's that one into the corner, back up top. Across now is that one with a shot in the slot. No one there for it. Held in. That's Lucas Wyand sending that one back in deep. Trying to backhand that one ahead. That one's back the other way. Sending that one up ice. Finds his man on the other side. He's got time and space, but he couldn't handle the pass. And a chance there as the Max almost got a break. With a shot there, and Esba absorbs that one right into the chest with 7:40 to go. And that's where the Max will get you in transition. He'll always find a way to sneak a forward through all the chaos, and opposing defenses, it's always a tough task, and almost a break there as that one moves up. 7.5 to go, works it over the line, plays it across, walks in trying to center it there, and now the Valley will come away with it. Playing that one ahead. Skates it up over center, now over the blue line, they'll work that one in deep. Chops it loose, trying to center that one. That one's back up top now. Blinn with a shot through traffic. That one hits a skate and goes wide. Back below the goal line, there was McLaughlin. He turns that one over. Back up over the line. Here comes Grayson Sears. Sears, he's got space. They back off, and he fires that one just wide. Don't want to give him too much time or space. As Sears pokes that one free. Fires that one in here off the skate of Felix Macdonald. And time expires on that coincidental minor penalties. So both teams back to even strength here. Sending that one up the boards was Evan Sargent Greenwood. Taking that one away now. Trying to center it. Takes a shot, sending that one wide. Trying to poke it free, and he does. Back the other way now. Here come the Max. He's in, and he couldn't get a stick on that one. A great play by Lucas Van Polgeest to poke that one free. That one's loose inside 6 minutes to go. Works it back, taken down, and now a penalty on the way to the Valley. Everyone tripping over each other. That'll draw a bit of a crowd here, but it looks like the Max will get their first power play of the afternoon, up 4-0. As Amos St. Clair took his man down. Now their first look on the power play. They got Bowen Cranston out there to take the draw. Here's Wyand. Plays that one back. Takes it away, almost pokes it free, short-handed look here, and he sends it just wide. He couldn't handle the pass. Now Wyand will settle it down and look to break it out. Finds Cranston with speed. Bowen Cranston gets a stick tied up at him, and here he comes over the line. Cranston, centering pass out in front there. Not able to handle that one was Ethan Lemoyne. Back up, here's Ripley. Plays it across. Ripley. Rather Wyand gives it for Cranston, who fires it just high. Jake Amiro plays it for Wyand. Cross ice pass there. Couldn't find Jardine. Off the boards. Amiro tried to get a stick on that one. Instead, that sent all the way down. Past the midway mark of the power play. Amiro gives that one off here. And gives it back. Up top, Castle Beelan plays it across now. Trying to send it down low. Lemoyne tried to work it down, and instead McLaughlin cuts it off. He'll send that one back in behind the net. And time will expire on that penalty kill. They'll get that one right out, but that one's going to be an icing. Icing waved off as Esbach comes out to play. It wants to keep that clock rolling. Max back the other way. Over the line. He's got speed coming in there, and McKinnon might have got the paddle on it there. Takes a shot, and that one's going to be steered aside. With 3:02 to go here in period number 3. Morash turns it over. One's back up top. Ripley with a shot, redirected wide. Here's Sears. Out in front, spins and shoots, and that one steered away too. Shooting, Sears. Stop, Castle Beelan. Plays it down there, Max. Back to 5-on-5, but they steal it away, and Sears tried to rip one there. Shoots it from the point, and Ripley sends it wide. Castle Beelan sends it down. 2.5 minutes left on the doorstep, and a great save by McKinnon as he gets across. Plays it across. Works it down below the goal line. Gives it back for Sears. Looking for someone to pass to. Sears will evade. Sears cross ice there. Finds Felix Macdonald on the other side, trying to center it there, and that one's backhanded up off the glass. Held in by Reese Sim. Sim with a great play, drags it there, and he couldn't make the last move, and that one's fired up off the boards and out of trouble. Sergeant Greenwood will pass that one up for Reese Sim. Little backhand on, sends it wide. Out in front, trying to jam that one home. Passes that one up off the boards, and that one's onside. Just over a minute to go. The Valley looked to clear that one. We're inside the last minute here in period number 3. So in this home and home between these teams, the Max will sweep the preseason. Meeting between these two teams, they go 3-2 after they dropped their first 2 preseason games to the Steel Subaru. $40 left. Held in by Amiro, firing that one high. Comes free, sends it down. Now we'll go all the way back. Late icing. Esbaugh thought about coming to play it, but instead we're going to have a face-off here with 4 seconds left in period number 3. And a face-off here out to the right of McKinnon to make it a formality. And that will do it. End of period number 3. Max take this one. 4-0 is the final. As the regular season sits right around the corner. Max take it 4-0. And that will do it here for us. You've been listening to High Button Sports from the Halifax Forum. Hockey is right around the corner. Lots more High Button regular programming coming up. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.